Now we're getting ready to wind a bobbin on the SE1900. So let's start with opening our little drawer here and getting out a new bobbin. So here we are. Here's your bobbin winder, and we're going to go ahead and slip that on, and we're going to go ahead and press it. You'll notice the number 4. Now in the book it is telling you to go ahead and slide this over. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do it according to the book. Now the other thing let me mention is on your screen, if you've got this turned on and it's just the little display, you need to go ahead and touch that so that you get over into where it's showing you your stitches, because this won't work otherwise. Now it knows it's time for it to do something. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is the spool pin. As you can see from this diagram, that thread should come under and out toward you. However, I ordered some thread, and some of the spools do that, comes out from underneath, and some of the spools do not. So if you have your standard type of a spool, of course you could just flip it over and make it do that. I wasn't sure, since the machine was new to me before I was embroidering. I thought, well, this is the color I needed with my project. I used it. I'm sure it has something to do with the tension. So ideally, if you have a choice, go and the type that flips around, do so. This one does, and it will show up for demonstration purposes. So we're going to use a dark green. I'm putting this on the spool pin, and then we're going to use the appropriate size cap. Fits right down in there, nice and snug. Okay, so they're wanting just a little bit of tension. They don't want everything really super loose. So you're going to use your thread in both hands, and we're going to go up over this one, and then we're going to go right down here where the thread guide plate is, and we're going to go underneath the silver, and we're going to follow 1, 2 of the dotted lines, and where we're headed is around this sharp ledge over here. And we're not going to go over to the right of the pre-tension disc. We're actually going to go right down here to the left, and that thread is going to go underneath the pre-tension disc. So we've went from 1 down underneath, 2, we're going to pull it to the right, we're going to put it right back here, okay? And there's your pre-tension disc, and we're going to get the thread, if it'll behave, underneath it. Now, they want you to use both hands, and with the right hand, you're going to go around that bobbin about 5 or 6 times, and they want some tension on that. And when you get done, they want you to slice that excess thread through this little, and you'll see it, there's a little cutout there, and there's a blade in there. So we're going to take it down in there, cut that off. If you don't, that thing will be going willy-nilly and cause issues. So they want that. Okay, now this light down here will be, they're calling it orange. That's your on and off. Now you can use that, or you can use the foot, the sort of accelerator foot, sort of like in a vehicle, and that's what we're going to use. So here we go. And I'm going to stop there because I don't need a spool of green thread at the moment. But all you have to do is, when it's done, and you know it's done when it starts to slow down, don't push the issue, because that causes problems. And we don't want problems. So we're going to cut that thread, and you're all done with winding. It's the Roo back with you. And now that we have thread on our bobbin, we want to put our bobbin in. As you can see right here, there's a little button and an arrow. So we're just going to pull that back, and it pops the cover off. So we're going to take that off. And they want the thread on the bobbin to go counterclockwise. So we're going to set that in there. And you will notice right here, there is an arrow, and our thread is going to go closest to us in that slot. It's going to come up and around. Just follow the arrow and you will see a little metal blade. And that's going to cut our thread when we're done. So we're now coming counterclockwise. It tells you to use your finger and hold your bobbin in because you're wanting this thread to go down where it's supposed to. And then we're going to follow this right here all the way around and to the blade and give it a little snap. And all we have to do now is replace the cover. The thread will actually pull up on its own when you start to sew. There are directions in the book if you prefer to pull the bobbin thread up yourself. And that's all there is to it.